time is 8:11 in the morning time on this Friday morning, July 12th, 2019. It is time now for the Peter Chillo Morning News on this Friday morning, July 12th, 2019. Got and good morning, y'all. This lovely Friday morning, July 12th, 2019, 8:12 and 74 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Chillo Morning News at 8:12 is varies a triple threat of storm surge, high rivers and flood as it gets closer to the Louisiana coast. But Peter Wiggins said Trump sensitive reviews face saving the recognition that he's been on the wrong side. Immigration advocates enters reference ahead of planned mass ice raids. In a single day, Trump shows his 2020 cards, while Trump uses Twitter to govern he's using to cover his social media summit. Mike Pence heads to the border to defend migrant facilities as Democrats decry unacceptable conditions. Renowned Mayor Alan Fungal Crescent apologized to a mayor over the police tweet. Providence Ethics Commission investigated a third case. Maui brushfire reps caused thousands to be evacuated. Senators award voters of essentially little in common. Why Custer contest race card plays on Pelosi may have backfired. Trump may resist such strategy since his battle. Earthquake, Reynolds watched the state fall right at never aftershock. Iran calls on Britain to release seized oil tanker immediately. Russia export and defense systems arrive in Turkey after U.S. warns of sanctions. Jeffrey Epstein moved $46 million to Western Federation in 2008. Taiwan President risked infuriated China with U.S. visit. Fed Chairman no one uses the Volkswagen with the best imported self-driving car unit. McDonald's, Burger King, Wednesdays, and more have Friday deals for free fries Saturday. All right, look at that. Stocks are now up to 27.8 at 27.08, 408, and that's before up 6.84 at 399, but when I Nasdaq at 6.49 at 819, 6.04. Japan just landed a spacecraft last week. India prepares to land a rover on Moon and Global Space Race, and NASA administrator explains its decision to replace head of human space flight program. Showing the Navy doctor out has an armed patient. Maricopa County, Arizona records its first restaurant death of 2019. North Korea will maintain its nuclear arsenal for the next 2 decades in the United States and insisted on rapid disarmament in the midst of the goal, reported by the Federation of American Scientists said. Teen suicide bomber kills 6 at Afghanistan at wedding. International Energy Agency expects Mubarak oil glut in 2020. Turkey receives first delivery of support missile defense system. The body U.S. scientist was found in Nancy bunker in Greece, police said. 8 people killed and 6 injured after tour bus was hit by a fallen boulder in the southwest China, Sichuan province, further said. A wooden boat believed to be from North Korea was found right off the east coast on Friday, but nobody was aboard, the Joint Chiefs of Staff said. Government, universities, and private business around the world are racing to develop a vaccine for African swine fever before the disease infects the entire globe. A wildfire has burned more than 3,000 acres in Maui. Hawaii forced and the residents evacuated the shelter while firefighters regroup over. Peter Chill. News time is 8:15 down now for Sports Bus. The Red Sox open up the second half of the regular season at Fenway Park against the LA Dodgers in the rematch of last year's World Series. What the massive Westbrook CP3 trade means as far as backup plans go, Trey Lance tonight to help one to the Spurs. Steph Curry enters as Kevin Durant's departure from the Warriors for the first time. And Peter Chill news time is 8:16 down now for Peter Chill trying to check. About the MBT Redline Service Operator, reduced speeds and service levels due to the ongoing system problems through JFK UMass. Commuter rail, Fairman Worcester Trade, 589, 730 from South Section, Harper 5 10 minutes past between Wilson Hills and Ashland. And the Fairies they are looking good. Okay, look at the now Wizard Byways. 195, westbound side, a little slow between East Providence sides and downtown Providence. 95, stopbound sides so between Protected Providence. 95, northbound sides so between Crimson and Providence. 146, stopbound sides so between 50 and 95 downtown Providence. 146, both ends by right and off Smithford Island. 99, northbound sides so around 122 in the Woonsocket. And 138 eastbound side, little so around the Jamestown Church. 95, northbound side so between Edinburgh down to 128 in Canton, 24, northbound side, stop go between 140 in Taunton, Oregon, and 128 in Canton, 140, northbound side, so at 24 in Taunton. Route 3 is southbound, so Sagamore Bridge, Route 6 eastbound side, also between 7 and 7, the higher that's Route 6 to the westbound side, so the multiple stretch. 24, northbound side, so between Taunton and 44, right up in the hit between 27 and Buckland and 128 in Canton, Route 3 is southbound side, also around 228 Rockland and 7 expressway, both of the expressway, the bridge is put down and the mass back down, also 128, the northbound side, so between Canton all the way down to Needham and Mass Pike eastbound side, so between Bilberry all the way down to Newton and Hidbrook in between the Princeton and 7 expressway down to Boston. Mass Pike westbound so all the way down to South Boston, and Mass Pike westbound so between Newton all the way down to 120 to Weston. 120 Hidbrook in between Route 9 and Wellesley and Route 20 Waltham. 120 to the southbound side, so between Metro by Sea all the way down to Waltham. 120 to the northbound side between Lexington and all the way down to Route 3 and Billwacker. 3 to the southbound side so between Lowell out of the Billwacker and 485 with the northbound side which jumps it all the way down to Tewksbury. 93 southbound side with the 2 and the 9 which is downtown Boston, and 93 at the northbound side so between Somerville and down to 128 and Redden. 128 both ends about between Peabody all the way down to Beverly. 128 southbound side so between Redden all the way down to Woburn, and 3 to southbound side with 495 Lowell down to Billwacker. 485 with the northbound side so between Milford and down to Route 9 and Westbury. 485 with the southbound side so between Hudson and on the Marlborough. 2 eastbound side so around the Marlborough stretch. Peter, Charles News Time is 8:18. Time now for a weather report. Looking at the radar satellite loop shows moderate heavy bands of rain around in Cape Downs and stretching off the south shore of Massachusetts. And Plymouth, Massachusetts got 5 inches of rain with this system. And we got a flood warning. First, East Central Bristol County, Southeastern Massachusetts, Southeastern Plymouth County, Southeastern Massachusetts until 8:30 a.m. At 6:37 a.m. at Eastern Daylight Time. Doppler radar indicated heavy rain will cause urban porting range flooding and rainfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour expected. Some locations are flooded include New Bedford, Marion, Middleborough, Wareham, Bourne, Fairhaven, Acushnet, Freetown, Better Boys, and Rochester. And now, the latest on Berry is at 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Maximum saying winds 50 miles an hour, minimum center pressure 98 millibars, and located 20.2 to the north, 90.3 to the west. Moving west northwest with 5 miles an hour. Barring moving slowly west northwestward to the south of the coast of the southeast Louisiana. Dangerous storm surge, heavy rains and wind conditions affected across the north central Gulf Coast. Hurricane warnings affect for coastal city of Grand Isle. Tropical warnings affect for Mouth and Pearl River to Grand Isle, Lake Pontchartrain and Lake Memphis, including the better part of New Orleans, intercoastal city to Cameron. Storm surge warnings affect for intercoastal city to Shell Beach, and storm surge warnings affect for Shell Beach and Mississippi Alabama border, Lake Pontchartrain and above the Mississippi River to Grand Isle, and intercoastal city to Cameron. A tropical warnings affect for east of the mouth of the Pearl River to the Mississippi Alabama border. At 7 a.m. Central Time, the broad circulation center of tropical very well located latitude 20.2 to the north, latitude 9.3 to the west, and various movements toward the west northwest to 5 miles an hour and track toward the northwest. Expected to begin later today, followed by a track turn toward the north on Saturday. On the forecast track, the center very will be near the central or southeastern coast of the Louisiana tonight or Saturday. That the movement of the northwest be on Sunday. Reports from the Niue and the Niue Air Force Reserve Hurricane aircraft indicate that the batsmen say was near 50 miles an hour if fire gust. Some turbulence expected during the next day, so it's very could become a hurricane tonight or early Saturday when the center is near the Louisiana coast. We get expected after very movals inland, the transport force with center to 175 miles an hour to each of the center. United States Geological Survey Station near Point Arach, Louisiana reported sustained winds at 30 miles an hour, and the minimum central pressure based on the hurricane under aircraft data is 29.47 inches. Storm surge, a combination of dangerous storm surge and the tidal will cause doubly dry areas near the coast to be flooded by rising waters moving inland from the shoreline. The water could reach the far and outside the road of the ground somewhere in the indicated areas of the peak surge occurs at a time of high tide. About from Exclamation River to the Shell Beach, 3 to 6 feet. Shell Beach to the Nimbus feet, Alabama reported 2 to 4 feet, and into coastal city at the mouth of Exclamation River, 3 to 5 feet, and Lake Bonnet Tree, 2 to 4 feet. Surge-related flooding depends on the relative time of the surge and the tidal cycle, and carried very greatly over the short distances for information specific area. Please see product station by a local and national weather service forecast office and very expected to produce total regulations of 10 to 20 inches of the southeast Louisiana and the southwest Mississippi without say back to 25 inches. The rains are expected to be delayed, dangerous, life-threatening, and flooded over the portions of the central Gulf Coast and the lower Mississippi Valley, over the rain in the lower Mississippi Valley. Total rain accumulation of 48 inches are expected to have 12 inches. Hurricane conditions are expected to be the hurricane warning early tonight or Saturday morning, but tropical conditions are expected to begin later in the day. Hurricane conditions possible with a hurricane watch by tonight or Saturday morning. Tropical conditions are expected to spread across the tropical storm warning area starting in the early day. With tropical conditions possible by the tropical storm warning area by tonight or Saturday. Few tornadoes are possible tonight across southeast Louisiana, far southeast Mississippi, and the Alabama coast. Alright, forecast goes like this. Today, showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m. The showers and thunderstorms after 5 p.m. Thunderstorms due to severe rainfall. Patch fog will do to 9 or 85 degrees. Lateral wind just pitch to 9%. New Vermont recorded an inch possible. Tonight, forecast about 66 degrees. Cloudy coming to the northwest about 5 miles in the midnight for Sunday, Saturday, and hot. I'm at 88, about 67 degrees. Wind northwest about 3 to 5 miles an hour for Sunday. Most sides got 87, about 62 degrees. Like west wind increasing in 5 to 9 miles in the morning, shifting to the northwest with about 3 to 7 miles an hour for Monday. Sunday and most good skies about 86 by 63 degrees. Light west with about 5 miles an hour for Tuesday. Sunday forecast about 89 by 69 degrees. Carbon coming southwest about 6 miles an hour in the afternoon for Wednesday at showers and thunderstorms. Both sun and most skies about 9 for about 81 degrees. Winds west south with about 3 to 6 miles an hour, just to 35%. And for Thursday, check the showers and thunderstorms. Put south coming at 9 degrees and west at about 3 to 6 miles an hour, just for this 40%. Right now, northern it's light rain and 74 degrees. And that's gonna be it for the Peter Chill Morning News on this Friday morning, July 12th, 2019. Our viewers hope you have a good morning and a good Friday. And hope you have a wonderful day.